The alarm clock never rings in Buckingham Palace. Instead, a precisely trained butler enters the royal bedroom at exactly 7:30 a.m., carrying a silver tray with Earl Grey tea served in bone china. The cup must be warmed 3 times before the tea is poured, and the temperature checked with a special thermometer to ensure it reaches exactly 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Queen Elizabeth II maintained this ritual for over 70 years, but the morning routine extends far beyond a simple cup of tea. Every royal family member follows a carefully choreographed schedule that would exhaust most ordinary people. The day begins with a review of 3 newspapers, each ironed flat by palace staff to prevent ink from staining royal fingers. The newspapers are arranged in a specific order: the Times, the Daily Telegraph, and the Racing Post, reflecting the Queen's lifelong passion for horses while sipping her tea. The monarch reviews a red leather box containing state papers that arrived overnight from government ministers. These documents require her signature or attention, and she processes them with remarkable efficiency. Former private secretaries reveal that she could review and sign dozens of official papers in under 30 minutes. A skill developed over decades of practice. The bathroom routine involves staff who prepare everything to precise specifications. Toothbrushes are arranged at specific angles, towels folded in exact measurements, and bathwater drawn to precisely 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. A dedicated palace employee tests the water temperature multiple times, and the bath must be exactly 7 inches deep, no more. No less. Royal clothing selection follows an intricate system that few outsiders understand. 3 outfits are prepared each morning by the Queen's dresser, each appropriate for different weather conditions or unexpected schedule changes. The monarch chooses one, and the rejected outfits are carefully returned to wardrobes organized by color, season, and formality level. Breakfast arrives on a golden tray with specific items arranged in unchanging positions. Fresh fruit cut into precise portions, toast sliced diagonally, marmalade from a particular supplier, and fresh flowers that match the season. The Queen famously ate the same breakfast for decades, rarely deviating from her established preferences. The royal family's morning routines extend to unusual details that shock most people. Shoelaces are ironed daily by palace staff, ensuring no wrinkles appear in the leather. Handbags are organized internally by staff members who arrange contents according to a detailed diagram, ensuring everything sits in its designated position. Prince Charles, now King Charles III, maintains his own peculiar morning rituals. His breakfast eggs must be boiled for exactly 4 minutes, served in a silver egg cup that has been warmed beforehand. He refuses to eat eggs that have been cooked for 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Claiming he can taste the difference, royal children learn these exacting standards from infancy. Prince William and Prince Harry were taught proper morning posture before age 5, including how to sit at breakfast tables with backs straight, hands positioned correctly, and heads held at appropriate angles. Palace staff monitored their behavior constantly, correcting any deviations from royal protocol. The morning correspondence ritual reveals fascinating insights into royal priorities. Letters arrive in color-coded boxes based on importance and sender identity. Government correspondence receives immediate attention, followed by Commonwealth matters, then personal letters from family members. Each category follows specific reading orders that palace staff memorize completely. Royal morning exercise routines happen in private gymnasiums equipped with equipment most people never see. Treadmills built by specialist manufacturers, weights crafted from precious metals, and exercise bikes designed specifically for royal comfort. Personal trainers hold security clearances and sign extensive confidentiality agreements before entering royal employment. Weather impacts royal morning schedules in ways that require constant adaptation. Palace meteorologists provide detailed hourly forecasts that influence clothing choices, transportation decisions, and even breakfast selections. Staff members adjust indoor temperatures throughout royal residences based on these predictions. Ensuring optimal comfort levels. The morning briefing involves senior staff members who update royals on daily schedules, potential security concerns, and important news developments. These meetings follow formal structures where staff speak only when addressed directly, maintain proper standing positions, and never interrupt royal comments or questions. Royal grooming requires specialists who train for years before touching royal hair or skin. Hairdressers practice techniques on mannequins for months, learning to work quickly and efficiently while maintaining perfect results. Makeup artists study royal facial features extensively, memorizing preferred color palettes and application techniques. Morning phone calls follow diplomatic protocols even when speaking with family members. Conversations are scheduled in advance, topics prepared beforehand, and private secretaries often listen to ensure no inappropriate subjects arise accidentally. Royal family members rarely make spontaneous calls, preferring organized communication schedules. The royal morning routine concludes with a final review of daily schedules, conducted while walking through palace corridors. Staff members provide updates on any last-minute changes, weather updates, or security modifications. This walk-in briefing ensures royals enter their public duties fully informed and prepared. These morning rituals demonstrate the extraordinary precision required in royal daily life. Every detail receives attention that most people would consider excessive, yet these routines have maintained royal efficiency for generations. The shocking reality is that royal mornings involve more preparation, staff coordination, and precise timing than most people experience in entire weeks. Palace insiders reveal that breaking these morning routines causes significant disruption throughout the entire royal household. Staff members depend on predictable schedules to coordinate hundreds of daily tasks, from meal preparation to security arrangements. The morning routine serves as the foundation for everything else that follows in royal daily life. Royal family meals involve ceremonies that would amaze ordinary families. Every lunch and dinner follows protocols established centuries ago, with staff members who spend years learning proper service techniques. The dining room setup begins 3 hours before each meal, with servants measuring distances between place settings. Using rulers to ensure exact spacing, Queen Elizabeth II's dining preferences shocked even palace staff when they first learned the details. She insisted on eating bananas with a knife and fork, considering it improper to touch fruit with bare hands. Palace chefs received detailed instructions on banana preparation, including specific angles for slicing and appropriate serving temperatures. The royal kitchen operates like a military organization, with head chefs commanding teams of specialists who focus on particular types of cuisine. One chef handles only sauces, another focuses exclusively on vegetables, and a third manages meat preparation. They communicate through hand signals to maintain kitchen silence. As loud noises disturb royals dining in nearby rooms, food tasting happens at multiple stages before reaching royal tables. Professional food tasters sample every dish, not for poison detection as many believe, but to ensure flavors meet exact specifications. These tasters undergo medical examinations regularly to maintain sensitive palates. Capable of detecting subtle flavor variations, royal children learn dining etiquette through daily practice sessions that resemble theatrical rehearsals. They practice holding utensils at precise angles, chewing quietly, and maintaining proper posture throughout entire meals. Mistakes result in immediate corrections from palace etiquette instructors who monitor every movement. The Queen's lunch typically consisted of just 4 items, arranged identically every day for decades. A small portion of grilled fish, steamed vegetables cut to uniform sizes, fresh fruit prepared in specific ways, and mineral water served at room temperature. She rarely deviated from this routine, claiming it maintained her energy levels and digestive comfort. Royal dinner parties involve guest lists reviewed by security services, dietary restrictions documented in detailed files, and seating arrangements that consider diplomatic relationships between attendees. Palace staff study international politics to understand which guests should sit near each other and which combinations might create uncomfortable situations. The royal wine collection contains bottles worth more than most people's annual salaries, stored in cellars with computerized climate control systems. Wine stewards hold advanced degrees in wine science and attend regular training courses to maintain their expertise. They taste wines months in advance to ensure quality standards meet royal expectations. Meal timing follows strict schedules that coordinate with royal duties and public appearances. Breakfast ends at precisely 9:15 a.m., lunch begins at 1 p.m. sharp, and dinner starts at 8 p.m. exactly. Kitchen staff work backwards from these times, calculating cooking durations and preparation, requirements to ensure perfect timing. Royal dietary restrictions extend beyond personal preferences to include security concerns. Certain foods are prohibited during overseas trips, specific suppliers undergo extensive background checks, and ingredients are tested in palace laboratories before reaching royal kitchens. These precautions ensure both health safety and security protection. The Queen's famous afternoon tea ritual involved 15 different types of sandwiches, each prepared according to recipes unchanged for generations. Cucumber sandwiches required bread buttered to exact thickness measurements, with crusts removed using special cutting tools that create perfectly straight edges. Staff practice sandwich preparation for weeks before serving royals. Royal family members never eat shellfish during official engagements, a rule established to prevent food poisoning that could disrupt important state functions. This restriction extends to private meals when royals have public duties scheduled within 24 hours. Ensuring no illness interferes with official responsibilities, palace chefs maintain detailed food diaries documenting every royal meal, including portion sizes, cooking methods, and individual reactions to different dishes. These records help identify favorite foods, track nutritional intake, and plan future menus that align with royal preferences and health requirements. Royal family dining rooms contain furniture and serving pieces worth millions of dollars, including plates made from precious metals and goblets embedded with genuine gemstones. Each piece requires special handling techniques that staff members learn through extensive training programs, and insurance policies covering individual items exceed most people's entire net worth. The royal breakfast routine involves fresh flowers placed on tables each morning, with arrangements designed by professional florists who understand color coordination and fragrance levels appropriate for dining environments. Flowers must be completely odorless to avoid interfering with food aromas, and arrangements require daily replacement to maintain freshness standards. Royal cooking methods preserve traditional techniques rarely used in modern kitchens. Bread is baked in ovens that burn specific types of wood, meats are roasted on spits turned by hand, and sauces are prepared using methods unchanged since medieval times. These techniques create flavors that distinguish royal meals from ordinary cuisine. Emergency meal procedures exist for unexpected events that disrupt normal dining schedules. Palace kitchens maintain prepared meals ready for immediate serving, with nutritionally balanced options that can be heated and served within 15 minutes. These emergency protocols ensure royals never miss meals, regardless of schedule disruptions. Royal dining etiquette extends to conversation topics, which are planned in advance during formal meals. Inappropriate subjects include politics, personal relationships, and controversial current events. Palace protocol officers brief guests on acceptable conversation guidelines, ensuring discussions remain pleasant and diplomatically appropriate. The royal family's relationship with food reveals fascinating insights into their daily lives, showing how traditions, security concerns, and personal preferences combine to create dining experiences unlike anything most people encounter. These meal routines demonstrate the extraordinary attention to detail that characterizes every aspect of royal existence. Royal family privacy exists only within carefully controlled boundaries that most people would find suffocating rather than protective. Even during personal time, royals remain under constant observation by security personnel, private secretaries, and household staff who monitor their activities around the clock. Queen Elizabeth II's private moments occurred in rooms equipped with panic buttons, positioned within arm's reach of every chair and bed. Security cameras monitor public areas of royal residences continuously, while private quarters contain motion sensors that alert guards to any unusual activity. The illusion of privacy requires sophisticated security measures that operate invisibly. Royal bathrooms contain specially designed mirrors that allow security personnel to observe entrances while providing privacy for personal activities. These one-way viewing systems ensure protection without compromising dignity. Though royals live with constant awareness that complete solitude never truly exists, reading time represents one of the few genuinely private activities available to royal family members. Queen Elizabeth II spent hours each evening reading mystery novels, biographies, and horse racing publications in her private sitting room. Staff members learned to recognize her reading moods and avoided unnecessary interruptions during these precious quiet moments. Royal hobbies require approval from security advisors who evaluate potential risks associated with recreational activities. Prince Charles's gardening passion involves bodyguards who position themselves strategically around gardens while maintaining sufficient distance to preserve the illusion of solitude. His organic farming interests require security. Sweeps of agricultural areas before each visit. Personal phone calls happen in soundproof rooms designed to prevent eavesdropping by unauthorized personnel. However, private secretaries often monitor conversations to ensure no sensitive information is accidentally disclosed. And all international calls undergo security screening that creates slight delays in connection. Royal family members change clothes multiple times daily, with each outfit change requiring security personnel to inspect new garments for potential threats. This process means royals rarely experience spontaneous wardrobe decisions, as clothing choices must be planned hours in advance to allow proper security screening. Exercise routines take place in private gymnasiums swept for security devices each morning. Royal family members work out under observation by trained bodyguards who double as fitness spotters, ensuring both physical safety and personal protection during vulnerable moments of physical exertion. Personal medical care involves doctors who hold top-secret security clearances and undergo extensive background investigations before treating royal patients. Even routine medical appointments require advanced planning, secure transportation arrangements, and coordination with multiple security agencies. Royal family pets live under protection protocols that rival security measures for human dignitaries. The Queen's beloved corgis had personal protection officers, specially prepared meals tested for contaminants, and medical care from veterinarians with security clearances. Their daily walks required route planning and area sweeps. Personal correspondence undergoes screening processes that delay delivery of letters and packages by several days. Security personnel examine all incoming mail using specialized equipment, while outgoing personal letters receive similar scrutiny to ensure no sensitive information leaves royal control. Accidentally. Royal bedrooms contain communication systems that connect directly to security command centers, allowing immediate response to any emergency. These systems operate silently to avoid disturbing sleep, but create constant awareness that help is always monitoring and ready to respond within seconds. Private conversations between royal family members happen in designated secure areas where sophisticated electronic countermeasures prevent outside surveillance. However, the need to seek out these special rooms for confidential discussions highlights how little true privacy exists in their daily lives. Royal personal time includes mandatory security briefings that update family members on current threat levels, travel restrictions, and behavioral recommendations. These briefings occur during time designated as private, blurring boundaries between personal relaxation and official responsibilities. Shopping for personal items requires advanced coordination with store security, temporary closure of retail establishments to other customers, and presence of royal protection officers throughout commercial areas. Simple shopping trips become elaborate operations involving dozens of personnel and hours of preparation. Royal family members cannot spontaneously visit friends or family without extensive planning that includes background checks on all individuals they might encounter, security sweeps of destinations and coordination with local law enforcement agencies. Spontaneous social visits are practically impossible. Personal travel, even within royal estates, requires notification of security teams who track movements constantly. Royal family members carry communication devices that transmit location information continuously, ensuring protection personnel always know their exact whereabouts. Private moments of grief or emotional distress occur under observation by staff members trained to provide both emotional support and security monitoring. Royal family members process personal challenges while maintaining awareness that their reactions are observed and potentially documented. Royal children grow up understanding that playmates undergo security screenings, toys are inspected for safety threats, and recreational activities require advance approval from multiple adults. Their childhood experiences include constant awareness of security presence that shapes their understanding of normal family life. Personal relaxation activities, like watching television, happen in rooms equipped with secure communication systems and emergency response capabilities. Even entertainment choices undergo review to ensure appropriate content that won't create security concerns or inappropriate publicity. Royal family members maintain personal diaries and journals in secure storage facilities, rather than keeping them in private quarters. These personal documents require protection from potential theft or unauthorized disclosure, highlighting how even intimate thoughts must be managed carefully. The reality of royal privacy reveals a lifestyle where personal freedom is constantly balanced against security requirements and public responsibilities. Royal family members experience luxury and privilege while sacrificing spontaneity and genuine solitude that most people take for granted. Their private moments remain shaped by protocols and procedures that ensure protection while limiting authentic personal freedom. Palace staff live according to rules so strict they would shock most modern employees. Servants wake at 4:30 a.m. to begin preparation routines that ensure royal family members never see evidence of the work required to maintain their lifestyle. This invisible labor involves hundreds of people working in carefully coordinated shifts around the clock. New palace employees undergo 6 months of training before interacting directly with royal family members. They learn proper walking techniques to avoid making noise on palace floors, specific hand positions while serving meals, and precise speaking volumes that convey information without disturbing royal concentration. Training includes practice sessions using mannequins to perfect service techniques. Royal servants cannot make eye contact with family members unless specifically addressed, and they must look slightly downward while performing duties. This rule maintains appropriate social distance while allowing servants to monitor royal needs and respond quickly to requests. Breaking eye contact protocols results in immediate dismissal without appeal. The hierarchy among palace staff operates like a military organization with ranks, reporting structures and advancement opportunities based on years of service and demonstrated competence. Senior servants command teams of junior staff members, coordinate complex scheduling requirements, and maintain discipline within their departments. Palace maids work in teams of 3, with each person responsible for specific tasks in royal bedrooms and private quarters. One maid handles bed linens and clothing, another manages cleaning and organizing, while the third focuses on preparing rooms for royal occupancy. They communicate through written notes to maintain silence. Royal valets undergo extensive background investigations that examine their financial histories, personal relationships, and family connections. These investigations continue throughout their employment, with periodic updates ensuring continued trustworthiness. Valets handle intimate aspects of royal daily life, requiring absolute discretion and loyalty. Kitchen staff follow protocols that prevent them from discussing meal preparations with anyone outside the palace. They sign confidentiality agreements covering royal dietary preferences, eating habits, and food-related conversations they might overhear. Violations result in immediate termination and potential legal action. Palace housekeepers maintain detailed schedules that coordinate cleaning activities with royal movements throughout residences. They memorize royal daily routines, ensuring cleaning happens in rooms that are temporarily unoccupied. This invisible maintenance requires precise timing and constant communication between staff departments. Royal chauffeurs receive defensive driving training from military instructors, learn evasive maneuvers for emergency situations, and study potential threat scenarios they might encounter while transporting family members. Their vehicles undergo daily security inspections, and driving routes are planned to avoid predictable patterns. Security personnel working in royal residences maintain fitness standards that require regular testing and evaluation. They train constantly in hand-to-hand combat, weapons handling, and emergency response procedures. Many have military or police backgrounds, bringing specialized skills to royal protection duties. Palace gardeners work during hours, when royals are sleeping or engaged in indoor activities, ensuring grounds maintenance happens invisibly. They memorize royal walking routes and garden preferences, maintaining landscapes according to detailed specifications that include precise flower arrangements and lawn maintenance standards. Staff dining areas operate according to the same hierarchy that governs royal family meals, with senior servants sitting at higher tables and junior staff occupying lower positions. Meal quality varies according to staff rank, with senior personnel receiving better food and service than junior employees. Royal nannies and childcare providers undergo psychological evaluations, educational assessments, and extensive training in royal protocol before caring for royal children. They teach proper behavior, royal etiquette, and cultural knowledge while providing emotional support and educational guidance. Palace communication systems allow staff members to coordinate activities without using telephones or radios that might disturb royal family members. These systems include hand signals, written messages, and electronic displays that provide information silently and efficiently. Staff living quarters within royal residences follow strict rules regarding personal belongings, visitors, and recreational activities. Servants cannot entertain guests in palace accommodations, and their personal spaces undergo regular inspections to ensure security standards are maintained. Royal staff members receive training in first aid, emergency procedures, and basic medical care that might be needed before professional medical personnel arrive. This training ensures immediate response capabilities during health emergencies, accidents, or other situations requiring quick action. Palace protocol officers coordinate staff activities with royal schedules, ensuring appropriate personnel are available for specific duties while maintaining efficient operations. They resolve conflicts between departments, manage scheduling challenges, and ensure smooth coordination throughout royal households. Staff members responsible for royal travel arrangements work months in advance to coordinate transportation, accommodation, security, and logistical requirements. They research destinations thoroughly, establish relationships with local service providers, and prepare detailed contingency plans for various scenarios. Royal communications staff monitor media coverage, social media mentions, and public discussions about royal family activities. They prepare daily briefings on public opinion, potential publicity challenges, and recommended responses to maintain appropriate royal public image. Palace maintenance crews work overnight to repair, replace, and upgrade facilities without disrupting royal routines. They maintain heating and cooling systems, electrical equipment, plumbing, and security devices that ensure comfortable and safe living environments. Staff members who handle royal finances undergo extensive auditing and oversight to prevent theft, fraud, or inappropriate use of royal resources. Financial transactions require multiple approvals, and all expenditures are documented in detailed records subject to regular review. Royal personal assistants manage complex scheduling requirements that balance official duties, personal preferences, and security considerations. They coordinate with multiple agencies, government departments, and private organizations to ensure royal commitments are fulfilled appropriately. Palace staff. Retirement benefits reflect years of faithful service, with pension programs and continued healthcare coverage recognizing their contributions to royal family support. Many staff families have served royals for generations, creating traditions of loyalty and dedicated service. The demanding lifestyle of royal staff reveals the enormous human resources required to maintain royal family comfort, security, and public responsibilities. These dedicated servants sacrifice personal freedom and normal work life balance to support a lifestyle that represents tradition, duty, and service to the nation. Their invisible labor makes possible the visible grandeur of royal life. Royal security operates on levels that exceed protection provided to most world leaders, involving sophisticated technology, highly trained personnel, and protocols developed over centuries of protecting monarchy. The scope of these security measures would astound most people, who imagine royal protection involves only visible bodyguards. Buckingham Palace contains more security equipment than many small countries possess, including underground tunnels connecting to government buildings, reinforced safe rooms capable of withstanding military attacks, and communication systems that operate independently during national emergencies. These installations remain hidden from public view while providing comprehensive protection. Royal family members carry tracking devices disguised as jewelry, clothing accessories, or personal items that transmit location information continuously to security command centers. These devices operate on multiple communication frequencies, ensuring tracking capability. Even if primary systems are compromised during emergencies, security personnel undergo psychological evaluations every 6 months to ensure mental stability and continued loyalty. These assessments include lie detector tests, interviews with family members and associates, and reviews of personal financial situations that might create vulnerability to corruption or coercion. Royal vehicles contain armor plating, bulletproof glass, and defensive systems that most people never see. The famous Royal Rolls-Royce fleet includes cars equipped with oxygen supplies, medical equipment, and communication gear that allows secure contact with government officials during travel. Counter-surveillance teams monitor all areas where royal family members will appear, using advanced electronic equipment to detect potential threats, unauthorized recording devices, and suspicious communications. These teams begin operations days before royal visits, establishing comprehensive security perimeters. Royal residences employ security staff who pose as gardeners, maintenance workers, and household servants while actually serving as trained protection agents. These undercover personnel provide security coverage that appears invisible to visitors while maintaining constant vigilance for potential threats. Food security involves testing all ingredients used in royal meals, maintaining chain of custody documentation for food supplies, and employing tasters who sample meals before royal consumption. Palace kitchens operate under stricter security protocols than many military facilities. Royal communication systems use encryption technology that prevents unauthorized interception of phone calls, emails, and text messages. These systems undergo regular updates and security assessments to maintain protection against evolving electronic surveillance threats. Security clearances for palace staff involve investigations that examine their backgrounds for several generations, including family histories, educational records, employment histories, and personal associations. These investigations continue throughout employment with periodic updates and RESSESSS Royal travel security begins weeks before trips, with advanced teams that coordinate with local law enforcement, government security agencies, and international partners. These teams establish secure routes, identify potential threats, and prepare contingency plans for various emergency scenarios. Emergency evacuation procedures exist for each royal residence, with multiple escape routes, secure transportation options, and designated safe houses where royal family members can shelter during crises. Staff members practice these evacuation procedures regularly through realistic training exercises. Royal protection officers receive training comparable to elite military units. including weapons proficiency, hand-to-hand combat, emergency medical care, and tactical driving. Many officers have military special forces backgrounds and continue advanced training throughout their careers. Surveillance systems in royal residences include cameras with facial recognition capabilities, motion sensors that detect unauthorized movement, and audio monitoring systems that identify potential security threats. These systems operate continuously with human monitoring and automated threat analysis. Royal Mail screening involves X-ray equipment, chemical testing, and manual inspection by trained security personnel before letters and packages reach family members. Suspicious items undergo disposal by bomb experts, and senders may face investigation by security services. Cybersecurity protocols protect royal family digital communications, financial information, and personal data from hacking attempts by foreign governments. Criminals and unauthorized surveillance. These protections include secure networks, encrypted devices, and regular security assessments. Royal medical security involves doctors with security clearances, medical equipment that undergoes security screening, and procedures that prevent unauthorized access to royal health information. Medical facilities used by royals receive advanced security sweeps and continued monitoring. Threat assessment teams analyze intelligence from multiple sources to identify potential risks to royal safety, including monitoring social media, international communications, and criminal activities that might target royal family members. These assessments influence security protocols and protection levels. Royal children receive age-appropriate security training that teaches them how to respond during emergencies, recognize potential threats, and communicate with protection officers. This training continues throughout their lives as security awareness education. Security budgets for royal protection exceed the defense spending of some small nations, covering personnel costs, equipment purchases, facility maintenance, and technology upgrades. These expenditures reflect the priority placed on maintaining royal safety and security. International cooperation enhances royal security through intelligence sharing with allied nations, coordination during overseas visits, and joint training exercises that improve protection capabilities. These partnerships provide comprehensive security coverage during international travel. Royal security protocols adapt continuously to address evolving threats including terrorism, cybercrime, and technological surveillance capabilities. Security professionals study threat trends, analyze attack methods, and develop countermeasures that maintain effective protection. Palace security command centers operate around the clock with trained personnel who monitor multiple security systems simultaneously. These centers coordinate with government agencies, law enforcement organizations, and international security services to maintain comprehensive threat awareness. Security drills test response capabilities regularly through realistic scenarios that simulate various types of attacks or emergencies. These exercises involve all security personnel and evaluate the effectiveness of current protocols while identifying areas requiring improvement. Royal security extends beyond physical protection to include reputation management, privacy protection, and coordination with media organizations to prevent disclosure of sensitive security information that might compromise royal safety. The comprehensive nature of royal security reveals the enormous resources dedicated to protecting the monarchy from various threats in an increasingly complex security environment. These measures ensure royal family safety while maintaining their ability to fulfill public duties and maintain connection with citizens. The invisible security apparatus operates continuously to provide protection that allows normal royal activities while preparing for any potential threat. Royal family expenses reach levels that would shock most taxpayers, involving costs for maintaining lifestyle, security, residences, and official duties that exceed the budgets of many corporations. The true scope of royal spending extends far beyond publicly disclosed figures, encompassing hidden costs that support the monarchy's complex operations. Daily household expenses at Buckingham Palace average more than most people earn annually. covering everything from specialized cleaning supplies that preserve antique furnishings to imported foods that meet royal dietary preferences. These routine costs accumulate into millions of dollars each year for basic living. Requirements. Royal wardrobe expenses involve custom-designed clothing created by specialist tailors, who charge premium prices for their exclusive services. A single royal outfit can cost more than many people's annual clothing budgets, with some formal gowns requiring thousands of hours of handwork by skilled artisans. Transportation. Costs for royal family travel include not only commercial flights and royal aircraft operations, but also advanced security preparations, accommodation for protection teams, and coordination with multiple agencies. A single overseas royal visit can cost millions of dollars in combined expenses. Royal residence maintenance involves specialized contractors who work exclusively on historic properties, using traditional materials and techniques that cost significantly more than modern alternatives. Maintaining centuries-old buildings requires expertise and materials that command premium prices. Staff salaries represent a major expense category, with hundreds of employees receiving competitive wages, benefits, and retirement packages. Senior staff members earn substantial salaries comparable to executive positions in major corporations, reflecting their specialized skills and security clearances. Royal entertaining expenses include state dinners, official receptions, and ceremonial events that require elaborate preparations, expensive catering, and security arrangements. A single state dinner can cost more than many weddings, with expenses for flowers, food, entertainment, and staff overtime. Security costs represent the largest single category of royal expenses, involving personnel salaries, equipment purchases, facility maintenance, and technology upgrades. These costs remain largely hidden from public disclosure due to security concerns, but estimates suggest they exceed many national defense budgets. Royal art collection maintenance requires specialized conservation experts, climate-controlled storage facilities, and insurance policies that protect irreplaceable cultural artifacts. The cost of preserving royal art treasures exceeds the operating budgets of many major museums. Medical expenses for royal family healthcare involve private physicians, specialized treatments, and security arrangements for medical visits. Royal medical care includes preventive treatments, emergency preparedness, and health monitoring that ensures optimal medical support. Royal education costs for children and grandchildren include private tutoring, specialized schools, and security arrangements that accompany educational activities. These expenses reflect both quality educational opportunities and the security requirements of royal family members. Royal travel aircraft operation involves fuel costs, crew salaries, maintenance expenses, and airport fees that accumulate rapidly during frequent travel. The royal flight costs per hour exceed most people's monthly incomes, making even short trips expensive undertakings. Royal communication systems require specialized equipment, secure networks, and technical support that costs significantly more than standard business communication services. These systems ensure privacy and security while providing reliable communication capabilities. Royal gift expenses include presents for official visits, charitable donations, and ceremonial items that represent the monarchy during international relations. These gifts often involve custom creation by skilled artisans, resulting in substantial costs for diplomatic purposes. Royal horse racing interests involve maintaining breeding operations, training facilities, and competition expenses that reflect the royal family's longtime passion for equestrian activities. These costs include veterinary care, staff salaries, and facility maintenance for extensive horse operations. Royal automobile collection maintenance involves vintage vehicles, specialty parts, and expert mechanics who understand classic automotive technology. Maintaining the royal vehicle fleet requires specialized knowledge and materials that command premium prices. Royal jewelry collection insurance and maintenance costs reflect the enormous value of royal gems, precious metals, and historical pieces that require expert care and comprehensive security protection. These treasures represent national heritage, requiring significant investment in preservation. Legal expenses for royal family matters include specialized attorneys who handle constitutional issues, privacy matters, and complex legal questions unique to monarchy. These legal services require expertise in royal law and international relations that commands high fees. Royal utility costs for heating, cooling, and powering multiple large residences exceed the energy consumption of small towns. Historic buildings often lack energy efficiency, requiring substantial utility expenses to maintain comfortable living conditions. Royal landscaping and grounds maintenance involve expert gardeners, specialized equipment, and premium plant materials that create the beautiful settings associated with royal properties. These expenses reflect both aesthetic and security requirements for royal grounds. Royal charitable activities involve administrative costs, event expenses, and support for numerous causes that reflect royal family interests and national priorities. These charitable expenses represent significant financial commitments to social causes and community support. Royal protocol expenses include ceremonial requirements, official uniforms, and traditional items necessary for state functions. These costs preserve historical traditions, while meeting contemporary needs for royal ceremonies and official duties. Royal technology expenses involve specialized equipment, software licenses, and technical support that meet security requirements while providing modern capabilities. Royal technology needs often require custom solutions that cost significantly more than standard commercial options. Emergency preparedness costs include backup systems, alternative facilities, and contingency supplies that ensure royal family safety during various crisis scenarios. These expenses provide insurance against potential disruptions to royal operations and personal safety. The enormous scope of royal expenses reflects both the privileges and responsibilities of monarchy, demonstrating how royal lifestyle requires substantial financial resources while supporting economic activity through employment, contracted services, and luxury goods purchases. These expenses maintain traditions, ensure security, and support the monarchy's role in national life while creating economic benefits. Throughout various industries and service providers,